Now let's start placing parts on the schematic. I like to use whatever is the most efficient method to get parts. So I'm going to use a cool thing called part search provider. So let's go to Tools, Preferences, Data Management probably. Yeah, here we go. Parts providers. So these are set, since I probably have to change these from my dashboard, my Hasofu workspace dashboard in the cloud, but that's fine. Now let's actually place some parts. Let's look at panels. Anytime you want to look for something or place something, look at panels on the lower right. Choose manufacturer part search. And this is the MCP. Now if you just type in MCP 7381, then it'll automatically pull up all kinds of parts that match that string. Oftentimes the first option is the best match I've found. See, and as the case, look at this MCP 73812T. Don't want that. So this one's good. And if you want to see more information, you can look at the part. I like this green symbol. You use this green symbol to let me know I can place it, and then you click on this down arrow, and then you can click on a link to go to a part. This takes me to the DigiKey part or Octopart or whatever it is, and gets me information on that. So it looks like it redirects from Octopart to DigiKey. Huh. Okay, it looks like it'll be fine. So let's right click and place this. Then it gets attached to your cursor and then you place it. And just as a quick note, if you don't have Altium right now, that's fine. You can follow along with this tutorial by going to Altium's website, where you can get a free trial. And the link is in the description below, okay? You can click on the link, go to the Altium free trial, download the free trial. You'll get it for however many days. And then you can follow along with this tutorial. And any tutorial you want to do, you can practice your PCB design creation, your schematic creation, and all that. You get access to Altium 365 or maybe Concord Pro, like their cloud solution. I think you get access to that. Now we placed the part. What else can we place? Other parts, let's see. I want a USB, micro USB. Let's go with a manufacturer part search, USB. Okay. Molex. Is this the USB we really want? Let's see here. You have to look at the data sheet to be sure. Micro USB is good because it has a more secure fit to the printed circuit board than mini USB, which is prone to mechanical failure after enough insertions. Once you verified that it is okay, just go ahead and right click and place. Right. Now, I want to orient this the other way. So you can, whoops. If you right click, you end the operation. So let's place, there we go. I'll right click end the operation. Right, so I can move my part around and hit X on the keyboard while moving it around. I can also hit Y. Oops, I hit T by mistake, so let's hit escape. Alright, and hit Y, then it'll rotate it or flip it vertically. Looked here, I could download Eagle files and the schematic. Luckily I have Eagle, and so I exported this bill of materials from the Eagle. Let's see, 40 volt 1 amp Schottky rectifier. I wonder if this is even a part number. Let's see. Let's look for this. So go to manufacturer part search. Okay. And this is an ON semiconductor device. Right, this is exactly it. So right click, choose place. if you don't have access to manufacturer part search for whatever reason, then of course you can make these parts manually. But I will download them for now and show how to create a part manually later. So place these two diodes, right click to end the mode. Right, so now that we have the diode placed, looking at my schematic, I've got my USB, my diode, that's two diodes, power jack, that's fine. Manufacturer part search again. Well, let's look for power jack 2.1. Here we go. Yeah, looks like this is going to be it. Let's click on the DigiKey link just to make sure. Surface mount. I'm not a fan of the surface mount power jacks, really. But this will work. Right click, place. And we'll place our power jack right there. What else do we need to place? We have the J1, the diodes, the capacitor, 4.7 microfarad capacitor. For the capacitor, we need to know the voltage that it can handle. 6.3 volts is what they use. And that depends on the expected input voltage range. You can choose whatever capacitor you want depending on the input you're expecting, but this is a generic 4.7 microfarad capacitor. So again, we'll use the manufacturer part search. I'm using this heavily, but we can't use this all the time. But I just like showing this off. So you know, you could put in 4.7 UF cap. I want it ceramic. I want it to be 6.3 volts. Usually I don't care to specify the volts, honestly. And then I just look for whatever highest I can get at the lowest price. 15%? No, I don't like that. Let's filter. Why I don't like that is because 15% swing is too large. I'll go with 10%. Alright. I'll go with the one from Yageo that has the preview. I don't know why, I just do. Right click, place. And there are two of these in the schematic. Right click to get out of that placement mode. Let's look for our LEDs. We have one that's a do not place and one that's red. 0603 LEDs, assorted red LEDs. That's fine. LED 0603. That's the package type. If you're not familiar with package types, it's fine. You can just take a look at the look them up and then see what they look like. And it looks like it's still choosing capacitors for some reason. So I'm just gonna clear that, and then here we go. Try this again. 0603. Single color LED, green. Let's go with the red. Right click, place our part. And then this other LED that is a do not place looks like a it's a whatever. So I'm just going to copy this, and to copy a component, you can just select it, do Control C, and then Control V to paste. Also, there's something here. Notice the value is not 4.7 microfarad in the value field. What you can do is double click on a component, look at the information, and see this comment here. You can change this comment to the full description if you want. Let's just do 4.7 microfarad. So you see all the information. You can even just do 4.7. And the rest of the info could be in the bill of materials. Now I like the microfarad to be in the small u. Hit tab. And you can change this to whatever you like, really. And then the second one, just go ahead and delete that, and then copy the first one, and then with Control C and then Control V to paste. Yeah. Likewise for the diode, you can double click on the diode body and then look at the information here. This is really, you could just call it a red. And then for the reference designator even, I would change this to LED. Just to make life easier. Click OK. Delete the second one. Copy, do Control V to paste. For this part, I know this is a power jack, so I'm not even gonna... but you know what? Let's be consistent. Let's double click on the part. And then you can put whatever information you want in here, like, or no information, honestly. You can hide this. Let's copy this and paste that. Hide it, click OK. I'll double click this USB part. I'll just copy this part of the description, hit tab. And this is good. Right. We have some of these components, and that looks good. I like how the LEDs are actually red. For this part, I'm going to flip this vertically. To do that, hit Y, so it flips on that Y axis. Now, what else do we need? We have our LEDs, we have our diodes. We also have the 330 ohm resistor we need. Okay. These look like generic resistors, so let's get it. So I'd like to just look at passive components. I'll be looking for 3 different resistors, so I can just stay in this group. And then I want to filter according to resistance here. Oh, right, that's passive components. So first of all, we need resistors, and we want service mount devices. Then for the height, no, we don't want height. Yeah. Packaging, interesting. Size code, let's do 0805. Actually, we could go 0603, but I like 0805. Let's type resistor. .330 ohm. This looks good. Right click, click place, and I will place this right here. Let's stop placement with the right click, and then I'll double click on this comment part and change this to 330. Oh, not 300, but 330. Oh, cool. Once I click on it and it's highlighted, I can actually change it like that too. That's pretty neat. Let's continue placing parts. What else do we have? This is a 2000 ohm resistor on the right side. So we'll get rid of that. Let's add resistor to the search terms, and then we also want 2K. Great. 0.1% tolerance. That's probably kind of expensive. I'll go with the 5%. Right click, place. Usually you can get away with 1% tolerance for a resistor, and your price is going to be fine compared to 10%. Alright, this indeed is a 2 kilo ohm resistor. 2K. And then finally, let's get our third resistor, 10K. There's another resistor there with no value that's not placed, but we'll check that out in a bit. I have to explain that one. It should be fine. Right click, place. $10K for the comment. Great. Here's another resistor that's not placed. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This one is a program. This is an external resistor. How do I know that? So this right here, program, is supposed to be an external through-hole resistor. So this is not supposed to be surface mount. Let's go ahead and we'll get a through-hole resistor. Let's just choose through-hole resistor and see what we get. Cool. Right click, place. Right, so we have our double click on here, and then in the comment, just call this prog. You can right click. So you can place a note like somewhere to remind yourself, like you draw the box and then you put in your text and you say, reminder, make this resistor prog a DNP or something like that in a variant. Variants are the best way to handle do not place devices or components, in my opinion. And we can rotate this by pressing space on the space bar. Rotate that with space, move this. Drag this around. Spacebar to do that. Anyway, you get the idea. You want to arrange the components, right? There's this part. What is this? This is a solder jumper. I'll show you how to make that. So we'll get to that last. Anything that we have to make, I'm going to get to last. For this C2 capacitor, oh, this is the same as C1. So do I have this? Yes, I do. Now we have more part selection, like we have our resistors here. we have a capacitor, and this connector. What's interesting is we don't have a schematic symbol for this device. So you know what? Let's go ahead and use this opportunity to create some symbols and parts. For our schematic library, we'll go in here and double click on it. And we're going to create some parts. Also, if you're done with a design, whether in Altium or Eagle for now, you can upload your design to Altium 365's Altium Online Viewer. This is different from the downloadable free viewer. This is a new thing that Altium came up with, and you can upload your design and see them in 3D for the PCB and also see the schematic, and you won't be bound by a specific computer that has Altium or Eagle to look at your designs. So I think that's really cool. Feel free to upload your own design at the end of this tutorial series.